Hi, Collective. Welcome to a quick check-in reading. Last one of the month of April. I cannot believe this month has flown by so fast, and honestly, probably for the best because I am so ready for the energy of May. With all the retrogrades and eclipses, like these first 4 months of 2025 has just been dragging. And not like in an enjoyable way. Normally, like when things slow down, you kind of enjoy some peace and quiet. But it just feels like it has been struggle bus city, at least for me, and I know for a lot of you too. I've been seeing a lot of your comments on social media and stuff. So I know we're all probably looking forward to a little bit of better energy. And honestly, I just did the full astrology chart for the month of May, and everything looks so much better. I am so excited to share these weekly transits with you. I'm going to start doing those more often again. But yeah, let's go ahead and just get right into the reading. I just wanted to do this as a check-in. I didn't get a chance to talk about the new moon in Taurus, which happened yesterday as I'm recording this on Sunday. So yeah, I want to see kind of where this energy is taking us a little bit, how we're feeling, and just kind of get any advice or things that we need to hear at this moment as we step into this new month that I'm so excited for. Okay, anyways, I'm going to start off with an oracle deck really quick. Spiritual team, Numinous Astro deck. What messages do you have for the collective at this time? What messages do you have for the collective at this time? What do we need to hear? What do we need to hear right now? Let's see. Let's pull a couple of these. I really like these ones. Okay, we have Pisces, the mystic. Imaginative, compassionate, healing, empathetic, mystical, adoring, magical, allowing, dreamy, enigmatic, spiritual, emotional, escapist, impractical, oceanic, self-pitying, and illogical. Okay, so a lot of Piscean energy. I know Neptune just moved into Aries. That planet is traditionally associated with Pisces, or is its traditional ruler, modern ruler. I can't remember which. So I feel like a lot of us are kind of still stuck in this energy of like not really sure where we're going, but we have an idea, we have a vision, we have a calling to do something, go somewhere. And we're just kind of living up here in our heads right now. And now that honestly, there are so many planets that have moved into Aries, we have Saturn in Aries now, we got Neptune in Aries, Venus in Aries. I think Mercury is in Aries right now too. I mean, we just have so much happening in Aries. So this is now the time to kind of get out of our heads, get out of the feelings and the things that we are dreaming of, and it's time to start taking action, which is what Aries is all about. Next, we have the first house, which is all about the self. This talks about the physical body, our outlook, our self image, life philosophy, consciousness, opinions, awakening, self awareness, arrival, expression, and an entry point. Okay, this is usually what people associate with your rising sign, and how you really interact with the world and how people kind of see you. It's like your first impression when people meet you, they see you as this first house or your rising sign. So some of you guys could have Pisces in the first house, but I also feel like a lot of us are in this process of like rebranding in general. Rebranding ourselves physically, okay, maybe changing up the way that we dress, or really just kind of getting down to what our core beliefs are and how we view the world, our perspective of the world may be changing as well. Could be going through a deep transformation period. Pisces is a mutable sign. I always call the mutable signs the closers of the zodiac sign. They close out the season and get ready for the next season. So Pisces closes out winter and prepares us for spring, which is Aries. And then we have, who else is a mutable sign? Virgo, I think, closes out summer, gets us ready for fall, with Libra being the start of the fall season, so on and so forth. So this could be a closure and ending for a lot of us right now in terms of who we are, like who we perceive ourselves to be, where we see ourselves in the world, how we, view what our roles are in the world, essentially. So I feel like there's a lot of rebranding, a lot of looking at ourselves, a lot of introspection that's been happening. Listen, we had 3 retrogrades in the first 4 months of this year. Retrogrades are all about reflection, deep reflection. And since we had a bunch of planets in Pisces, we're still probably coming out of that haze a little bit, honestly. We're still probably in reflective mode, but May is going to be, the energy is going to start picking up. Okay, so just keep that in mind. What else do we have? The ascendant outlook. Yeah, so first house and the ascendant or the rising sign right here. Worldview, mission statement, expression, your role, your mark, your attitude, your outer self, your point of view, the body image, aura, likeness, approach, impact, and first impressions. There you go. I feel like a lot of us are going through what I just said, like a rebrand. Like we're starting this next phase of 2025 and honestly probably into 2026 completely different than who we were going into winter and ending 2024. So if you feel different, if you don't feel like the same person you were at the beginning of this year, that's probably on point, and there's probably a reason for that. And honestly, that's a good thing. I think the more that we can learn to change and shift and adapt and better ourselves, the better we are, in terms of reaching our personal goals, but also in terms of bettering the world around us, we're bettering the collective and bettering our communities in general. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. We have Uranus, the good old planet that likes to shake shit up. Uranus is the planet of breakthroughs, brainstorming, originality, insight, awakening, technology, innovation, humanitarianism, reform, surprise, freedom, experimentation, the unexpected, edge, diversity, and lightning. So this is a planet associated with Aquarius. I believe that is one of its planetary rulers. So a lot of you guys could have had some like really big breakthroughs or like realizations or aha moments or even downloads over the last couple of months. Realizations about yourself, where you see yourself fitting into this world, what role you want to play in the world. Maybe you guys are like, I don't want to be in finance anymore. I want to go into humanitarianism or something like that, or get into tech or something like that. But I feel like a lot of us have kind of shifted focus in terms of who we used to be and now who we want to be and where we want to go. So if you've experienced that over the last couple of months, honestly, you're not alone. And this is just spirit confirming you that we're all kind of going through these big changes and shakeups and rebrands in order to further a specific something. I feel like it's a collective change in general, collective change for the better, hopefully, is what I feel, is what I believe. So to be in line with that and with what the rest of the collective is going through means that you are on track, you're listening, you're to your intuitive body, your intuitive mind, and you are right where you need to be. All right, let's get into the tarot and see what we need to hear. Spiritual team, Tarot of the Divine, what messages do you have for the collective at this time? What messages do you have for the collective at this time? Spirit also wanted me to note that Uranus is currently in Taurus. It's been there for quite some time. And honestly, the month of May, I know Uranus makes a couple of really important aspects to some other planets and stuff like that. So expect some more realizations and more breakthroughs and more unexpected shifts, and honestly for the positive. So don't be scared, okay? Don't be afraid of change. All right, let's see what's going on. Okay, we got the Devil in reverse. I like to see that. We have the Two of Swords, Six of Cups reversed, the Wheel of Fortune, and what else? Four of Swords. Yeah, so this is a big, this has been a very big resting period for a lot of us, and it may have been like maddening for those of us who like to keep moving and keep pushing and striving for better, or at least changing certain circumstances. So this could have been a little irritating for some of us, but Spirit really wanted us to take this time to rest and reflect, because we are about to make some major changes. And honestly, with the Devil in reverse showing up as the first card, a lot of us have been doing a lot of purging and getting rid of things that are no longer serving us, that are actually detrimental to our mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional health, leaving behind people, places, and things that are actually pretty toxic and not healthy for us at all. So I love to see that. So there's definitely been a lot of reflection, a lot of like going back and forth of like starting that new diet and then failing, or starting that routine of, better health, or, exercise, or, handling certain conversations better, or dealing with our emotions differently, or handling conversations differently, and backsliding into like old ways of handling those things. And it's kind of been like a back and forth dance, which is why I think Spirit wanted us to have this time to rest and reflect, because I think once things start picking up in May, if we had tried to like do this in May when things are starting to move forward, I think it would have been a lot more difficult and a lot more frustrating. So having all these retrogrades at the beginning of the year was actually, I think, beneficial for things that are about to pick up and start taking speed. in the next couple of months. This is Spirit's preparation for you to kind of capitalize on what they're about to bring us here with this Wheel of Fortune. And thank goodness, because y'all, listen, there have been things I've been manifesting and praying for. And I'm just like, when is it going to come? And Spirit's like, it's coming. It's coming. I'm like, I know. But like, can it be tomorrow? So trust me, I'm right there with y'all. The Six of Cups in reverse definitely is a reflection on things that maybe go as far back as like childhood wounds, childhood trauma, patterns that we picked up in our childhood, things like that. So there's also a lot of reflection on past relationships, past, jobs, past things that maybe really hurt us, cut us deeply, and may have triggered some emotions over the course of these retrogrades that maybe we thought we dealt with or we thought we were over. And hey, surprise, you're actually not really over that as much as you thought you were. So bringing up those triggers and those emotions and those memories was all unfortunately a rough way of the universe saying, hey, like, you need to look at this, you need to heal this, you need to move past this, because if you don't, what I'm about to send you, you could accidentally like self-sabotage or end up screwing up because you didn't learn those lessons, you didn't look at what you were supposed to learn that lesson or learn from in terms of that lesson. Hope that makes sense. I'm gonna go ahead and pull from the bottom of the deck here and see what we have. Page of Swords in reverse, Two of Cups, Five of Swords, Two of Wands, lots of twos, and the Ace of Coins. Ooh, and the Ace of Cups right next to it. Yeah, it feels like there are new opportunities, there are new things coming, but for those of you that didn't really do the work and didn't really push through that healing, this Five of Swords could be a really tough mental state for you to be in if you're resistant or, you haven't learned the lessons you need to learn. This Five of Swords could really get you in trouble and end up being your downfall in terms of self-sabotage, like I literally just said. So unfortunately, having to also go back through and experience the trauma or the things that you thought you healed from, having to revisit all of that may have been extremely difficult on you mentally. I know I definitely went through some things mentally where I was like, why is this coming up right now? And why am I so angry about it? Like, when I tell you I was angry for months, every day I was angry about this one particular thing. And I just was, I'm still kind of healing it. It's not as present in my mind as it was the last couple of months, but the emotions were so raw related to that particular thing that I needed to heal from and go through mentally, that it was just like, why? Like, I had to sit and ask my spiritual team, why are you guys making me relive this? Why are you guys making me think about this every single day? Why are you making me feel these emotions that I don't need to be feeling about this? And they're just like, you gotta go through it, you gotta heal from it, because we're about to send you something that could really like get fucked up if you don't fucking go through this. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll just be fucking mad for the next however long you want me to fucking think about this. I digress. So if you have also been going through that or thinking, obsessively about something or a situation or a place or a person that like really just gets you in your feelings, like, you're not alone. You are not alone, trust me. We went through it together. And I feel like with the presence of two cards, we have the Two of Swords, the Two of Cups, and the Two of Wands, like, our one-on-one connections to certain people, places, things, ideas, emotions, perspectives, like whatever it is, like, this is a one-on-one deeply personal connection you have to whatever that is. And so Spirit was essentially like challenging you and pushing you to kind of see beyond what your traditional beliefs or ingrained beliefs are surrounding this particular situation, person, or place, or whatever. And like really pushing you to kind of move past that and transcend that into empowerment, into healing, into whatever it is that you needed to experience and grow from. And listen, easier said than done. I just told you I've been mad for months about something dumb as hell. So I get it. It was not easy. It's frustrating. And all you want to do is just move on and move on to the next big thing with this Ace of Coins. For a lot of you, it's a new job. For a lot of you, it's a new house. It's a new relationship. It's a new car. It's a new whatever. But Spirit's like, you can't have that and still be hung up on this bullshit that you've been hung up on, whether you want to admit it or not. Like, Spirit knows. Spirit knows internally what you got going on with you. So they're like, you have to deal with this and you have to deal with it now. Otherwise, you're going to be blocking those blessings. Don't you love how the universe works? Yeah. All right, friends. I mean, this is great though, because this big, huge shift from what I'm seeing with the first house, the ascendant, and Uranus, like this is a big shift. This has been a lightning rod moment of realizations and change and shift and pushing you outside your comfort zone and being mad about it and not understanding why. But I promise you, in the next couple of months, you guys will start to see the reasons why. If you've done the work, if you pushed through, if you kept your faith in the universe, if you kept your faith in whoever it is that you pray to at night, if you pray to anybody, listen, it don't matter. It don't matter what you believe here. Everything is welcome here under my channel, okay? If you push through what you needed to push through, you're going to start to see the universe playing out in your favor. You're going to start to see the signs. You're going to start to see the little movements, the little fated conversations and interactions and meeting people and being in the right place at the right time, or hearing something on the radio or on TV that's like, did I just clock what I just clocked? Noted, 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 noted. And then you're just going to see things to start slowly falling in place. So I truly believe. What I truly fucking believe at this point in time. I mean, we didn't go through all those retrogrades this year for nothing. Okay, like it was rough, but I feel like the rest of the year is going to be, I don't want to say a cakewalk, nothing's ever perfect, but I do feel like things are just going to start to shift dramatically in the next month or so for a lot of people who have been struggling to get things off the ground and get things moving. So, anywho, I say all that to say, just keep your heads up, keep it pushing, and do the work. Like, honestly, manifesting and praying and all of that is good and great and fun. But if you're not putting in the hard work and the effort to get where it is that you want to go, all that manifestation and prayer is not gonna, it's not gonna manifest. And if it does, you haven't been doing anything to prepare for it. So are you really ready for it? Do you really want what it is that you're manifesting and praying for? Keep that in mind. There's something, okay, so I grew up in a Christian household and Christian community. I don't consider myself Christian anymore, but there is a saying that I really find poignant, and it's faith without works is dead. So having faith and belief that the universe is going to provide, or God is going to provide, or whoever that you pray to again is going to provide, and you're not putting in those resumes, you're not, taking that course that you need, you're not learning the skills that you need to do the job you want to do, or you're not healing, going to the therapy sessions that you need to do in order to get over your ex so you can have a healthy, loving relationship in the future, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. 2 and 2 does not equal 12. Okay. Sorry. 2 and 2 don't equal 12. You gotta work. You gotta work on it. You gotta work on yourself. You gotta prepare yourself for the blessings. Okay. That's generally what I'm seeing, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and move into a couple of other oracle decks and see what additional messages we can get for you guys. Spiritual team, daily crystal inspiration. What additional messages do you have for the collective at this time? What additional messages do you have for the collective at this time? I had one card flip over. I'll read that one here in a second. Let's see. All right, so the first one that flipped over was Golden Healer Quartz, and it says open the door. And whenever I see this one, it tells me, for me, it means like open the door to blessings, to opportunities, okay? Let the light in, okay? Let the love in. Be open to those that want to help you, to what the universe is trying to tell you, show you, point out to you. Okay, so open the door to also learning more about yourself. Okay, and admitting maybe when you were wrong. Okay, I know it's difficult to hear. Oh, I'm never wrong, Laura. Please. I'm wrong all the time. Okay. Anywho. All right, we got Garnet, ignite your passion. Yes, what was I just saying? Okay, we have all these planets now moving into Aries. We're moving out of Pisces. So take that passion, take that creativity, take those inspired ideas, beliefs, whatever, and now apply them. Ignite that passion. Aries is a fire sign, and so they want you, that energy wants you to push forward and try those new things, implement those new things. Okay, wear that thing, say that thing, do that thing that maybe you never thought you would ever do, wear, or say. Okay, what else do we have? Shungite, detox your life. Yeah, I was literally just going through the astrology, and I think there's one transit in particular kind of towards the end of the month where it recommends like we kind of do a little bit of a detox from people, places, and things that aren't really conducive to our growth and our health and our happiness. So keep that in mind for sure for next month in May. What else do we have? Sodalite, speak your truth. Yes, be more vocal, put yourselves out there. Like, really, do not be, this is not the time to be humble. May is not the month to be humble. Like, put yourselves out there, speak up for yourselves. Not only that, but just, share your unique experiences, your unique voice, your own perspective. Like, we need more of that uniqueness and those nuanced kind of points of view in the world right now. So don't be afraid to speak up and be you, be yourself. Finally, at the bottom of the deck, we have Rhodonite. Find a way to forgive. Find a way to forgive that people, those places, those things, those situations, okay, that hurt you. Okay. Also, learn how to forgive yourself. Easier said than done. I'm my biggest, harshest critic. I know. Learn how to forgive yourself, but more importantly, learn how to forgive other people, places, and things that, especially if they did you wrong. Listen, coming from a Scorpio who don't forgive easily, you gotta learn how to do it. Trust me. That was a big lesson for me as well. All right, final deck of the reading. Spiritual team, Monology, Manifestation, Oracle. What final messages do you have for the collective at this time? What final messages do you have for the collective at this time? What do they need to hear? What do we need to hear? Let's see. We got New Moon in Scorpio, go deeper. Ooh. Yeah. Deep healing and transformation is going to be needed. Really understanding yourself on a deeper level is going to be so important to your personal growth, okay, and transformations. Okay. What else do we have? New Moon in Leo, shine. Now that Mars is in Leo, honey, it's time to go big, go bold, be dramatic. Again, don't be afraid to be yourself, boldly yourself, loudly yourself. Speak your truth, speak up, be creative, show the world who you are. This is not, I repeat again, this is not the month to be humble. All right, what else do we have? New Moon in Libra, know that you are loved, supported, and guided. Okay, by those around you, your community, okay, your family, your friends, whoever it is that you hold closest to you. And not only that, but know that the universe and whatever spiritual team or spiritual entities that you work with, pray to, they're looking out for you too, your ancestors. Okay, you're loved, you're supported. The universe wants you to do well. They want to see you do well. Okay. And finally, at the bottom of the deck, we have last quarter moon in Scorpio, reveal what needs to be seen. Yep. So reveal your weakness, reveal your limiting beliefs, your limiting behaviors, your patterns, the things that you do to self-sabotage yourself. Yep. Reveal that and kick it to the curb, take it to the trash. Take it to the trash. It's time. No more playing small. No more doing things to hurt ourselves. We're not doing that. No more. Bye bye. Tell it bye. Sorry, I'm being a little dramatic. I took some notes from Mars and Leo, and I said, okay, we're gonna do it a little bit. We're gonna be a little bit dramatic, okay? That's where I'm at. All right, collective. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this message. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please leave a like and a comment so I let you know that you got all the way to the end. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me in the future. And if you want to see more content from me, I am also on Instagram and TikTok. You can find my handles below in the description box. As always, thank you guys just so much for watching. I appreciate the love and support. And I really hope I get to see you guys next time. Please stay safe, healthy, and blessed. Bye.